What's up, internet? My name's Ori. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. You like this video? Hit that like button, hit that notification bell. You never miss a video. You never miss a stream. Today is Sunday, September 4th. It's day 61 inside the Big Brother house. And we do have an episode tonight where we'll see the conclusion of the HOH competition, the nominations, as well as Zingbot. So we'll be live over on Twitch tonight doing a watch along for tonight's episode. But speaking of Zingbot, I also have an exclusive interview in this video with the one and only Zingbot. That's going to be at the end of the episode after we finish the live feed update. So make sure you watch all the way to the end for this amazing interview with Zingbot. I think you're really going to love it. Now, getting into what happened on the live feeds yesterday, it was an early rise for the veto picks, which, kind of a note, this is the last time that anyone will sit out of the competition, because from now on, everyone will play in the veto comps. Turner will be the one who was going to be sitting out for the competition. Apparently, Terrance had house guest choice, and he picked Taylor to play. A lot of people were confused by this, because he's been kind of trashing Taylor for weeks, but I think his main strategic goal is, well, Turner would be the replacement nominee that could potentially go to jury instead of him. Almost at home, but same difference. So in his mind, if he picks Turner to go up, it's a better option than Taylor, because at least that's a chance that someone could be a bigger target than him on the block going forward. So from that aspect, I kind of understand it. Other than that, there was some note comparisons from Michael and Brittany, kind of about just a lot of different stuff, combos they've had. They especially compared notes about Alyssa's pitch to them about, it's like, hey, take me to the final two and you'll win. There were rants from Terrance about Michael to a bunch of different house guests. But again, a lot of this was the same old stuff we've been hearing over and over, so there's not much new to report there. The veto took a very, very long time. The feeds were down for a long time, and they didn't return until much later in the evening. When they did return, we found out it was BB Comics, and of course, who do you think won the power of veto? None other than Michael. Michael himself has now become the outright record holder for single season veto comp wins. He now has 6 vetoes. He overtakes Janelle, Casey, Paul, who else? Danny Donato, I think, was on that list as well. And he is now the sole holder of the veto comp record. He's also tied Janelle for the most comp wins in a season. So if he wins just one more competition, he will then take over that spot. If he wins another HOH competition, he will tie the record for most HOH wins in a season. And if he wins 2 more, then he will have the record for that as well, tying actually only people in Big Brother Canada who have won 5 HOH comps. I believe that was Dimitri's and Dane, who both won 5 in their seasons respectively. So he's setting records this season, and that's something you have to give credit to Michael for. This is a record that has stood for years now. Years this record has stood, and it seemed like it was untouchable, and he's broken it with plenty of time still to go in the season, especially now that he can play in every veto comp going forward. Apparently Taylor was second, and a lot of the times were really close. So it's going to be an interesting competition to see how it plays out on Wednesday's episode. As for the comics themselves, I do have a pretty good idea on all of them except a few. There's a few question marks I have. But the ones that I know for sure, we had Alyssa was Mall-Lyssa, as in like she was going shopping a lot or something like that. Joseph was apparently like something about him being real muscular. Nicole was a chef. I also wouldn't be surprised if there was some kind of like police aspect mixed in with it too, because I'm pretty sure everyone in the house is aware that she was a police officer. Maybe it's something like police chef. Pooch was a dog. Terrance was DJ Showtime, so nothing really big there. Jasmine, it was something to do with the muffin. Taylor was something along the lines of chips. So with the whole Lay's situation going on. Brittany was Brit Flea, and apparently she had a tagline of "Head Itch in Charge." So that was hers. Ameerah was Ameerah. I don't know why Ameerah was the one I went with. Indy was the Brazilian waxer. Daniel, I don't know. Nobody seems to have talked about what Daniel's comic was. I would assume it's something to do with Elvis. Monte, I don't know either. Nobody really talked about it much, and he just seemed like he was confused by what his power was. So we'll have to see what that one is. Maybe they'll talk about it on the feeds tomorrow or today. We'll see. Turner was about him just being stinky again and something to do with his rugs. And then the absolute best one, by far, maybe one of the best comics we've had ever, Kyle. Apparently his was erectile dysfunction. So I'm assuming he was some kind of lizard with a limp noodle. I'm sorry. It's too good. It's too good. I love it. I absolutely love it. But yeah, those seem to be the comics that we got this year. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned Michael had something to do with his cats as well. And there was no comic for Paloma. Paloma did not get a comic for this competition, which makes sense. Other than that, there wasn't a lot of game talk afterwards. Brittany and Alyssa kind of met up for a bit, but it's all pretty much set in stone. Michael has the idea that he's going to keep the nominations the same. Terrance will go home. He wants to actually use Terrance's words against him in his speech at Veto, saying that he wanted to taint the jury against Michael for using the Kyle information as game, and he wants to kind of, just put that in his jury speech, because the house guests for some reason seem to think like everything that happens in the veto ceremony, the nomination ceremonies, and the evictions get shown to the jury members. But this is actually something that I'm not 100% sure on. I don't think they just show them the full unedited thing. I think they just show them what we saw. Like, they take the edited episode and then just edit out the diary rooms and show them that. And I think that's it. I don't think they see anything more than that. So the idea that they think, well, if I say this during the meeting, the jury will see it. I don't think that's 100% true. I might be wrong. But I'm fairly certain when they get the DVDs, they're just seeing the episode minus the DRs. But again, I could be wrong on that. But yeah, it seems like the nominations should stay the same, and that's where we'll end with that. Other than that, that's pretty much it for the live feeds yesterday. Not a lot happened. Like I said, it was pretty slow, other than the veto competition and with the feeds being down for so long, because the BB Comics takes a really long time. Each house guest goes individually. There were a lot of comics. They do the whole zip line deal, so it takes a while to get that all done and reset up for the next house guest, so it takes a while. But other than that, we are going to be getting into our Zingbot interview. Before we do, if you want to follow any of my socials, links are in the comments down below for my Twitch, my Twitter, our Discord, where you can join the conversation. Again, I will be live on Twitch for tonight's episode, doing a live watch along over there, so come on and hang out. Should be a lot of fun. Should be a lot of fun. But without further ado, let me send you over to my interview, the exclusive first time ever here on YouTube, the interview with Zingbot. Zingbot, welcome to the channel. I know this is actually the first time you've ever done an exclusive interview like this on YouTube, so I'm very honored that you have chosen my channel to do this. So welcome, and thank you for being here.
I wish I could say it was a pleasure to be here, but I'm actually very disappointed to see you. My agent lied to me and said I was being interviewed by Rob Has a Podcast. Zing!
I'm not them. But since you are here, I understand that you've come and agreed to this interview. I guess not 100% with me, but you agreed to this interview because you felt like you had some zings that were going to be wasted for the previously evicted house guests. And I guess we can kind of just jump right along with it. Why don't we start with the first person who, well, she wasn't evicted from the house, but she was the first person to leave the Big Brother house this season. Did you have a zing prepared for Paloma?
Paloma, you once described yourself as a pulled pork sandwich. I'd love to take a bite. It sounds delicious. But one problem. I'm allergic to nuts. Zing, 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 zing.
Oh, wow. Zingbot, you're coming out of the gate swinging already here. Wow. So a little mean, but that's your thing, Zingbot. So okay. Well, that answers the question on whether or not you had one prepared for Paloma. How about for the first actually evicted house guest, Pooch? Did you have anything for him?
Pooch, you are proud of being a great football coach, but in this house, you really fumbled hard. So I guess in the end, it's yourself who really screwed the pooch. Zing, 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 zing.
Zingbot. Okay, listen, this is, remember, after all, a family show. So please, if you can, let's try and keep it a little bit PG there. Man, okay. It's kind of brutal there on Pooch. So how about Ameerah? Ameerah was the third house guest who was evicted. Did you have anything special for her?
Ameerah, you, Nicole, and Daniel once said, "This game is so easy." I bet it is when you've been sitting on your couch since week 3. Zing! Zing!
Wow. Okay. You really went for it on that one there, Zing. Speaking of Nicole, you mentioned her there, along with Daniel. Did you have one for good old Nicole?
Nicole, I have a song for you. It may have a familiar tune. Bad players, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when your alliance backdoors you? Zing!
You went there, Zing. You Zingbot, you really went for that one. Okay. So we just talked about how she was backdoored by her alliance, her ride or die Daniel. I assume you had to have one prepared for Daniel, of course.
Daniel, I could just say you're an evil Elvis impersonator, and there's an easy zing right there. But I just can't get over how you're so quickly losing your hair. Zing! Zing! Zing you very much. Zingbot has zinged the building.
Okay, Zingbot, you didn't go for necessarily the 100% low hanging fruit with the Elvis jokes, but you did hit him there. You did hit him pretty hard. So after Daniel, that kind of finishes off the pre-jury phase of the game. And now we're moving into the jury members who didn't get a chance to get some zings from you inside the house. Did you have any for our first member of the jury, Indy?
Indy! In Brazil, they play a different kind of Big Brother. We tried that once, and it was only a small disaster. But if we had done that this season, you wouldn't even have made it to jury. Zing!
Okay, you're going in there, Zing. Yeah, she did think that if we had a public vote that she probably would have won, and I think you're right that there is not a chance not a chance that she would have even made it that far. Okay then, so that kind of brings us to our second member of the jury, someone who has a lot of fans actually on this channel, Jasmine. Did you have anything prepared for the lovely Southern Belle, Jasmine?
Jasmine, you went through so much this season, from breaking your leg to passing out during a competition. But I hear it's a very special birthday season. So, happy birthday to you. Is your accent real or fake? You look prettier than a half-eaten muffin. And I hope you float away on a balloon. Zing!
Zing, that one. Oh, you went really far with that one, Zing. Okay, so I gotta collect myself on that one there. So Joseph was the next one to follow Jasmine in the split house eviction. So he was the second person evicted that night, and he was our third member of our jury. What did you have in store for Joseph?
Joseph, you became a new man on your 25th birthday. It's a shame you could never win a competition. If you had, maybe your showmance would have become a reality. No, I don't mean with Taylor. I'm talking about you and Pooch. Zing!
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, Zing. I almost forgot that was a thing early in the season. Okay. So you hit Joseph pretty hard, and now Zing, there is one more house guest that you did not get a chance to zing because they were evicted before you entered, which we will see this episode tonight. So I'm almost afraid to even ask you about this one, but I assume you did have a zing prepared for at this point the infamous Kyle.
Kyle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, sorry. I was just counting how many TikTok followers you will have left after this season. Zing, 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 zing.
Oh, I didn't think that's where you were going with that one, Zingbot. I'm going to be honest. That one took a turn that I didn't see coming. I want to thank you so much for joining us here on the channel. I really appreciate it, and you are welcome back anytime. We look forward to seeing the zings that you gave the house guests that are still remaining in the house on tonight's episode, which we will be live over on Twitch doing a watch along for. So once again, thank you so much for being here. It was truly an honor to get to talk to the one and only Zingbot.
I'm going to fire my agent for making me do this. No wonder you don't even have 5K subscribers. Bye, loser.
That wasn't even a zing. That was just mean and hurtful. All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Zingbot, and I hope you all enjoyed my interview with the Zingbot. Like I said, if you are interested in watching the Zings along with me, I'll be live over on Twitch. We'll be live tonight. The episode starts at 8 o'clock, so we'll probably go live a little early. We'll probably go live maybe around 7 o'clock tonight, and we'll do a watch along for the episode where we'll see Zingbot zinging the house guests like he just zung me. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, smash that like button, especially for Zingbot here. And hit that notification bell so you never miss a video, you never miss a stream. You can find links to all my socials down below, including my Twitter, my Twitch, and our Discord, where you can join the conversation. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.